So, did I miss anything? Any news out there today? No? Yeah, I think so. All right, this is at the close. Let's get Joel on here. Let's do this. We got a lot to discuss here. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel, this is how your 6-year saga with Twitter comes to an end. It is officially ending today. Well, I guess not today. It'll end in a couple weeks when the deal closes. But congratulations to you, Joel. You've been at war with this stock for a long time. You've beaten it up. It's beaten you up, and now it's over. Elon Musk has bailed you out once again.
Happiest man on Wall Street, man. I am out there at 54 like a dummy, because they probably won't do that until the deal actually closes. But let's run down the futures.
Wait, we gotta share your charts though.
Gotta share the charts. Let's run down. It's been a wild day. And I just want to issue a warning, okay? Yeah. I know everyone bought the dip today, right? But don't. I mean, everyone on Twitter, everyone on Wall Street bought the dip, probably except for me and Dennis. So don't tweet at Dennis and yell at him and tell him that he missed the dip and that he's a dummy, doesn't know what he's doing, because he's totally expecting it. So, but I know you guys will do it anyways. Big turnaround Tuesday on Monday. They cranked us. They took us under 4,200. Really no relevant level there at all to speak of. Just maybe a psychological like 4,200, 300 points off that high on Wednesday. And then we caught a nice bid, and we just made a new high of the session, 82.75. If I told you I had a good resistance in here up to 43.02, I'd be lying to you because I don't. So we'll see what happens on the rebound. Crude, just being crude. Couldn't get down to the lower end of that trading range. Worried about China. Crude down 283 at 99.24, but that's $4 off the low, so that's good news. Gold, man, 1,900. We better start forming some lows there at 1,900, or we're going to be in big trouble. Silver back under 24, down 47 cents at 23.79. Bitcoin, big reversal, 38K. I didn't see it get that low. Up 840 at 40,295. And Ethereum futures, they did a nice turnaround too. They're up $43 at 49.90 or 29.94. I heard there was another big hack or something, right, of NFTs or something. So that who knows that turn, but let's go to the news. Spencer, you're the news guy.
I'm pretty proud of myself for getting this one right, because I think I said on Friday that I thought by the end of this upcoming week it'll be over. One way or the other, it'll be over. Although I would have guessed, if I had to have guessed, I would have guessed that Elon Musk was going to back out of the deal. That's not happening. He leaned into the deal over the weekend. 54.20 is our takeover price on Twitter. Elon Musk buying the company for $44 billion. He secured the funding over the weekend. He's got several loans. He's got a margin loan on some Tesla stock. He's got an equity commitment, so he'll probably have to sell some Tesla stock there as well. And he is taking this company private, off the board. Twitter, the saga of the Twitter stock is ending, Joel, after a rather eventful 8 years.
Frankly, I couldn't be happier. Just think about it. Even if he loses his whole investment, right? He's still worth what, over 300? He was worth 400 billion, right?
I think it's worth like 250 or 300.
So if he so let's say he's worth 250 and it goes to zero, then he's still worth 200 billion.
well, actually, that's if Twitter goes to zero. But there is a scenario here, right? Because I mentioned that he has a margin loan, right? Elon Musk has secured a margin loan against his Tesla shares. Okay, is what's being reported. All right, I think Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, the banks all lined up to get in on this action, right? So there was a scenario where if Tesla stock falls, I don't know how much far it would have to fall, but let's just say it falls 50%. Let's say Tesla goes to $500. That Elon Musk gets a margin call, and maybe he can pay, and maybe he can't. And in that case, do the banks own Twitter? I mean, there's just so many fun things to discuss here. That's not going to happen. Let's be honest with that's not going to happen. These banks would find a way to work with Elon Musk. But yeah, it's happening, Joel. It's actually happening. I can't honestly believe it. We've never seen a private citizen just say, screw it, I'll buy it myself.
Well, a couple things, and I mean, he had Twitter by the
He did.
what, right?
Yeah,
Because what do they get? I mean, and you made a very good point of you know, what if they are peeking at that Q1 report,
Oh yeah,
right?
so that was the first thing I was looking for. Like in the release today, it says like, yeah, we're gonna report earnings on Thursday, but we're not gonna do a conference call because why would they? Because who cares? But yeah, you have to assume that the board of directors, the people voting on this, they know what the numbers are for the quarter. They know if it's good or if it's bad. We'll find out Thursday. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would guess the numbers would be bad, but I would have been wrong.
Yeah, who
betting.
cares? Two
But
other things.
who cares though? That's the point. Who
Two
cares?
other things. Yeah, two things I want to point out.
Oh, hurts grandpa.
Number one is man. First of all, he probably knew he was doing this when he sold that Twitter stock earlier in the year, right?
Bought? You mean
Right?
bought? You mean bought it?
Well, he sold Twitter. He sold his. It was a great arbitrage. He sold his
Oh, Tesla. You mean?
Tesla.
Oh yeah, the Tesla.
Okay,
Oh,
knowing that he
maybe.
was going to buy the Twitter.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. So he peels out of some of that. I would just, I would be a little bit concerned if I was a Tesla shareholder. Well, I am, but I mean, in such a
Just a little
small
bit. Just a little
position
bit.
that you know why? Because this gives, a kind of a covered short for those banks, right? If this thing starts to go down. Because if they start to press this thing down a lot, then he's going to have to sell. So I don't know if I'd want to put, that kind of position. I mean, also look at the timing of it. He sells his stock, he buys Twitter, okay, and then they have the best quarter ever, right? And it's just such a confluence of events. So that's going to keep the stock bid for a while. But and this is the last time I'm going to mention this on Tesla. 975. I mean, bounced off today off 975.30, got over a K, not reacting with the market now. All the top components in the index are down, are up, except for Twitter. So I don't know, I don't know. If you're a long-term shareholder, maybe some reason concern, but the real reason concern is if it takes out 975.
All right.
Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention is how about these ARBs? How about these guys on Wall Street? Okay,
Yeah.
there's rumor, there's this, there's that, there's everything going on. It gets today the rumors are out. The thing gets halted at 51.67, right? And it gets a deal done at 54.20, and the thing is traded at 51.90. You talk about efficient market hypothesis. That the market had this priced in almost to the penny where it's trading now, and no one else is going to come in and buy this thing, right?
54.57 was the high on April 1st.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
54.57 was the high on that day, and this thing, the deal ended up happening at 54.20. So
Unbelievable.
yeah,
Market smart. But
yeah.
okay, that's 10 minutes of Twitter talk.
Well, yeah, and I liked what Hertz. This didn't even occur to me, but Hertz Crowner mentioned in the chat. What are the odds? They've got to be greater than 0. What are the odds that Elon Musk one day in the future takes this thing? It says, screw this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. IPO for Twitter. Let's get this. Get this out of my hair.
Oh, jeez.
This whole thing was a mistake. What was I thinking? Oh man, no. I mean, it could always happen. It's got to be greater than 0% chance of that, but I don't know how high. Probably.
And
pretty
how
low.
about DWAC?
Pull up that chart. I don't quite know if I followed it. If I understand why DWAC is still up. It's up from the moment the Twitter news was announced. DWAC it spiked and it's remained above where it was, and prior to the news being released. And I'm not quite sure I follow this. Can someone in the chat explain to me? This entire time we've seen what's good for Twitter is bad for DWAC and vice versa. Why is DWAC trading higher on this news? Why did it spike? Did it spike because Trump said that he's going to remain on the platform? Because that's the only thing I can think of. I would have expected DWAC to go the other way on this.
Yeah, you know what? I have some theories. I don't want to espouse them yet because I need to take them through a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's trading up. You're right, but it's way off its high. So have not thought that one. Have not thought that one through yet.
Rising FTW. Don't buy Twitter. What's going to happen to Twitter stock is everyone who owns Twitter stock is going to their broker is going to go into their account and sell it at $54.20, and that's the end of that.
When the deal closes.
When the deal closes. Yes, sorry. When the deal closes. Yeah. There is like a 1% chance that the deal doesn't close. There's always a chance, a very small chance, that the deal doesn't close.
When's it supposed to close?
You never know what's going to happen. It is expected to close in 2022. That's all we've got this year.
Because and this is just scenario analysis, and it's the worst scenario analysis in the world.
Yeah.
But what if Tesla goes to 750?
Well, I mean if the Tesla stock crashes, then does that change the calculus for Elon Musk before and maybe he has time to back out? Perhaps, maybe that's part of the equation here. I don't know. Let's be honest. There's an overwhelmingly good chance that this deal closes. Okay. That's why the stock is trading where it's at right now. It's only $1. What's it at? It's at 51.93, and the deal is for 54.20. So they're saying, the market is saying, all right, there's like a $2.50 chance that the stock doesn't close, that the deal doesn't close, but it's most likely gonna, which means if you buy the stock now, the best thing that can happen is you make $2.30.
Yep.
And the worst thing that can happen is the deal falls apart at the last minute,
and you lose
everything.
Yeah.
You lose like 50% in a day. So
that's why they call it risk arb, right?
The risk reward ain't there, right? It just isn't there. Best case, you're making $2.30. Worst case, you're losing half your stock in a day. So I wouldn't buy Twitter stock. It's over. The game is over. Congratulations to everyone on Twitter. Not to everyone who bought Twitter at 80, but to everyone who bought Twitter at below 54. Good job.
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't know where I saw this, but someone said that the government runs Twitter or something, and why did the president of the United States get kicked off Twitter if the government runs? Well, I don't know. But anyways, it's going off you see ridiculous things, you hear ridiculous things. But I don't know. I've know, you know what? I personally, I know a lot of people that have already deleted their accounts.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly, I know everyone's all theorizing and guessing. I can't honestly imagine how this will change Twitter that much. I really don't think it'll change Twitter that much at all. Maybe he'll reinstate Trump. But honestly, it's not as if he's going to be like micromanaging the company. He's still got 3 other companies to run, right? So I just can't imagine. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it's going off the board. So
It is
it's been a
going off
while.
the board. Twitter, 8 years after the IPO, it's been a disappointing stock for the vast majority of those 8 years. And now Wall Street says goodbye, and the rest of us can move on with our lives. Yeah. So anyway, Twitter, DWAC, that's your news of the day. Out of curiosity,
Yeah,
no,
it's just so funny because it's just such a decisive thing, and I mean, just just every social media, the things are out there. I mean, it was a perfect storm, and he capitalized on it.
I mean,
So
I can't believe if I had told you in 2018 Elon Musk is going to take a company private and it's not going to be Tesla, you would have said, "Huh? What these?" I mean, this is this is so off the board. This is so out of left field. When this came out 2 weeks ago. Yes, the sale. Daniel Jones, Twitter's board has voted to accept Elon Musk's proposal. $44 billion, 54.20 per share is your takeover price. So it's going to happen here, unless it falls apart at the 1 yard line. This is going to happen.
all
So
right, so
all
there it
right,
is. Let's put
there
a
it
bow
is.
on it. 346. Last time we talk about Twitter until Triple D comes on tomorrow and
Yeah,
talks
yes,
about it.
less RAM. That's the takeaway. Free speech is back, although I don't think it was ever gone. But let's move on here, Joel. Maybe let's go overall market here because we did have a turn, and I like you was looking for a reason why. I don't.
Yeah,
There's
there really wasn't.
nothing macro today in the market, but we did turn. We were red. We were down in every single sector, and then we were up in one sector, and that was technology. And now we're up in the majority of sectors. Only energy, materials, real estate, and utilities are red today. Everything else is green. The other 7 sectors are all up. So it turned into a very good day in terms of the stock.
Yeah, I just think, you don't have many 309-point decline, or 300 plus points move down in the S&Ps. I'll bring them up again. So if you're having shorts on or anything, like I said, I wish I had something down there. But there really wasn't, and that's just the way it goes with technical analysis. You don't always, you can't nail the high, you can't nail the low. So once they pressed it, too much, and they couldn't get file through, the buyer's turn. There was a lot of before we made the hard turn. There was a lot of good rallies, and like off a low and a rally up. So just a little bit of equilibrium in the market, and you just can't go, straight. Like you said, you can't make it too easy for the bears, and you can't make it too easy for the bulls. You got to inflict a little bit of pain, and for the Bears that were looking for, the bottom, what's the bottom number I had? 41. Actually, the next daily low I had was down at 41.2950. So you missed that by what, 70 handles. So just a little bit of a turn. So that's a little bit of sentiment over, overbought, oversold. Don't like to use those indicators, or that word a lot, because you could say Kathy's been oversold since, what, whatever, forever. So those are vague terms that, people like to use in technical analysis. Kathy's holding up, though. I will give Kathy a little bump there. She says, look at that, pair of lows here, a pair of lows here. So if you feel like you need to own, ARC, not a bad day, kind of held up, held the monthly low. So this is this is a good as technical formation that I've seen in Kathy in a while. So ARC's not looking too bad, not making a new low of the move.
No, it is not. Yeah, I mean, but that's not what you want to see leading the market. You don't want to see, I feel like you rather see Apple, right? The mega caps, Fang leading us. Kathy leading us doesn't inspire a ton of confidence.
But you'd rather see, like, your small caps, and you rather,
Like,
I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at some of these couple crap growth stocks I bought on the way down. But we'll see. We got some time. Oh, let me fix
yeah,
this chart here because this is not aligned. But let's see.
yeah.
Yeah, there's your ARKK. I got this MQ, this piece of junk. I'm never gonna break even on this one. I think I got that at like 21 or 22. I got this other junk that I bought at like 380. It's at
Oh,
$3. So
hey, all right. I'm just going through some charts here. Why don't you look at Kimberly-Clark because they had earnings, like Thursday night / Friday morning or whatever, and stock gapped up on that. But now we're on the second day of that, and it's still going higher. And the all-time high here is 160, which is not that far away, Joel.
no, follow through, 2-day move. It just pesky before you do that. You Kimberly-Clark traders, 144.57. That was your high back on January 24th. On the 21st, that Friday, it was 44.47. You got there today, went to 44.53. So a little pause there. No such thing as a triple top. So yeah, I mean, strong move on this one. You take that, then work your way up. But it's just pausing, perhaps temporarily. But a strong move, gap and go.
Yeah.
Pritam is asking about Google. I don't do the L. I do the regular Goog. And the folk, we talked about this on PreMarket Prep Plus this morning. The only thing you had was to lean on the low from yesterday, right? And or Friday. That was 82.83, 382.83. The reason I gave it at least a 2-star is because I went back and there was another monthly low at that area at 82.83. So taking $5-10 worth of heat in Google, there was something there, to lean on. So not a bad day coming back. Is this the turn? I wouldn't want to be shorted going in the report. They always make $87 trillion or whatever. So maybe it sets up for, a nice pre-earnings run.
Yeah. Oh man.
Paint company is painting a 20-foot ceiling in a customer's house. Listening to y'all.
Okay.
Why don't you be careful up there,
I did not need to
company?
know this information.
Don't do that, man. Don't listen to us because I might crack one of my famous jokes and then you start laughing, then you fall off your ladder and you get I don't know if you have good
That's not going to
insurance.
happen.
Don't listen to us. Go
not-
home and listen at home. Don't do it when you're painting a 20-foot ceiling.
He's not going to fall because he was laughing from your joke. Let's be clear about that.
It's not investment advice. It's life advice.
He's going to fall for another reason. It's not going to be
And the people are going to people are gonna say,
right.
"What's this guy listening to?" I'm not. They're gonna fire you.
Yeah. All right. What else was on my radar for today that I was watching? A few things. Oh yeah. Bill Big D pointed this out earlier. Cyber trade is continuing here, Joel. Stocks like CrowdStrike, stocks like Sentinel-1, ticker S, stocks like Fortinet, FTNT, just continuing their relative outperformance over all other technology.
Palo Alto pulled back. I mean, if it's been the rotation, right? And led by Palo Alto. I mean, Fortinet doesn't. If that's FTNT. I just think that's what the biggest concern is moving forward. I know there's a lot of ground war, tactical war, and everything going on, but I think the next major war is going to be in cyberspace, and you're going to need these companies. So just looking at the recent moves for Fortinet. I mean, I see resistance. If there's a particular stock you want me to focus in on, I can, but I just say,
No,
what's the ETF we both bought a while ago?
CIBR is the one that I.
Yeah, you never, I buy these ETFs, and yeah, you're diversified, but you just don't get your bang for the buck. Like owning that Palo Alto network.
Well, that's the point. That's not.
You don't get killed. I know.
That's a feature, Joel.
I know.
I'm not trying to get killed. Hey, did you see Kohl today, Joel? I know you did, right?
Yes, I saw Kohl's, and once again, it's getting taken out.
Yeah.
And once again, it makes a higher low than the supposed takeout price. I would be so concerned if I own this stock that it's not getting taken out I don't know. I mean, how many times? This is like the third or fourth time.
I know it's the third different rumor.
And it makes lower highs. What are the ARBs telling you here? What are the big money telling you here? Kohls ain't selling.
They're not convinced. So just to recap on the Kohl's thing, there was a report that Brookfield, is it Brookfield Asset, BAM, right? Yeah, and Simon Property Group are rumored to be wanting to buy Kohl's for $68. But look where we're at right now. We're at 60. So we're $8 away from where this report suggests that these buyers want to buy. So either they're about to get an amazing deal, or the market is saying, we call BS.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. That's the other thing. I mean, I could be super wrong, and someone buys it at 90. I just look at the price. I look at the price. Look at the price action since the initial rumor. Boom. It was supposed to be at was it 64 or 65? I can't remember. I think it was 64, wasn't it?
I think the first one was 64. Yeah.
Okay, it goes to 64 and change, and then gave you an opportunity. Didn't quite fill the gap. Goes up there again. Oh well, yeah, 64, right? And then it falls back again, and then someone's going to buy it. Oh, can only go to 62. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a deal on the table or not. I'm just going on what the price action's telling me.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you're right. Part of me is like, where there's smoke, there's fire. You've now had three different. You've had reports of three different bidders for this one company. You would think that someone's going to step up to the plate and just buy him at this point, but the market is not convinced that that's going to happen. And then you also have to try to wonder, speculate. Okay, where are these reports coming from? Who is leaking them? Why?
Yeah.
What is their incentive? Right, to be leaking these the news of these.
Well, if it comes out on Twitter, then it's the truth. Then but you know what I wanted to check on? What happened to Triple BY? Didn't they have someone buying Bye Bye Baby?
Yes, that you're very good memory. That was from Friday.
And what happened?
Came back a little bit.
People must not be having babies anymore. Great support at 16 in Triple BY.
Yeah. All right. What do we have here? 2 minutes left in the day. Yeah. Well, it turned into a very good day because now the industrials are going to go green. So, so real estate, utilities, energy, materials are going to close the day red. But you've got communication, financials, technology, staples, healthcare, and discretionary all in the green, nicely in the green for the day. I mean, in the case of communication, it's up, up over 1%. Same with technology. So it's just
one thing. Yeah, one thing I just wanted to. We kind of, we dropped the ball on a little bit. Was Verizon? We talked about the 51. We didn't talk about the Goldman Sachs downgrade to screaming short. So that kind of cut to the 51 like hot knife through butter. So
Goldman Sachs downgraded Verizon here. That was this morning, but it was only to neutral. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. Oh, it was. Are you sure it wasn't to sell?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. I mean, on these kind of things, I mean, from 55.5 to 49.5, that's $6 boot to the downside in a non-crash crisis situation. I'm not saying that it's a bounce, but I don't know. That's a lot.
I was just looking at the other ratings for the day here in the pro, and I just saw this one. I forgot that the stock was a thing, but Wix, W-I-X, Wix.com, which caught a downgrade this morning. This thing was at $360 at one point, and now it's $80. It was at $360 a year ago, and now it's $80.
Hanging in there. I mean, I don't know. Didn't get whooped up too much on the downgrade. Yep. All right, we're ripping into the close here, folks. Price off below. Looks like I'm going to call it like a 92.5, 93 close. So great day in the market.
Yeah, exciting day. We have a lot to discuss tomorrow. So smash the like. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Whew.